Hi, folks. This morning I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons why I think employment cases end up in mediation in front of me. And that's because I think a lot of times there are surprises in the process for employees. So an employer may have an employee and realize that there's something going wrong with this employee's performance over a long period of time. But oftentimes there aren't enough frank discussions between the supervisor and the employee for the employee to really understand what the problems are or perceived problems are with their performance. More regular interventions by the supervisor, providing feedback and clarification as to expectations, can make an enormous difference in whether or not an employee feels blindsided in an annual performance review. If someone is hearing about problems with their performance and receiving a performance improvement plan for the very first time at an annual review, there's a big problem there. They need to be not surprised at all by what they're hearing in that review. There should be regular check-ins, there should be regular communication, and if there is regular communication, the employee is not going to feel blindsided. I can't tell you the number of times that I've been involved in a mediation where the biggest issue is the employee has been surprised and felt like the information has come totally out of the blue. If that's the case, you are more likely than not going to get an employee who's going to go talk to a lawyer and want information about why they were fired in the first place or why they were put on a performance improvement plan in the first place. Conversely, from the employer's perspective, if the employer is having regular communications with the employee and documenting those conversations, it's a lot more credible for the employer to say, yes, there were performance issues, and those performance issues were well documented. The employee was aware of them, and this is something that was a long time in coming. When that kind of information is presented to me as a mediator, and I'm able to walk into the other room and talk to the plaintiff about their separation from employment or the performance improvement plan they were placed on, it makes it a lot easier for me to talk to them about the perception and perspective of the employer. If there's no information, if there's no validation of that process, then it's very hard to get them to understand things from the employer's perspective. So constant communication is your best friend if you want to avoid long-term employee issues. Make sure you're talking to your employees about their performance, both positive and negative, and making sure that that's documented along the way. That prevents surprises. Surprises end up on my desk. Have a great day, everyone.